Hello there, good morning. I am excited to try this tea. This one is chestnut. Can you see it? Chestnut. So I am excited about this one because I'm curious, like, I don't know. I think I've had roasted chestnuts at some point, but it's not something that is a flavor I'm all that familiar with. This just looks like black tea, and it is just black tea with natural chestnut flavoring. So this has high caffeine. My husband and I are going to go for a walk soon, but it's very chilly out, so I think I will pour this, whatever's left of this, into a thermos and take it on our walk. It smells amazing. So I didn't mention that. I cut it open. I was like, wow, I didn't even put it to my nose and just cut it. It smells. So again, since chestnut is not a flavor I'm all that familiar with, I would equate it more with like a hazelnut, because that's like when you smell hazelnut coffee, this is kind of what it smells like. But it's also got a bit of a sweeter note than hazelnut does. It smells really good. It's a really, really strong flavor or scent, aroma. So I'm really hoping we don't lose that when we pour the tea, because often I'm finding with Adagio a lot that the aroma is often more appealing than the flavor. So I may actually, even though it says steep for 3 minutes, I may let this steep a little bit longer because I really want to get, actually no, because a lot of times I have let things oversteep and then I've lost the additional flavor and all I taste is black tea. So I'm going to steep this for the 3 minutes, but then let some of it steep longer and see if I get more flavor from a longer steep. But I am in the process of getting some chicken and kale soup going in my slow cooker. We have a performance today, and while I'm not stressed about the performance, the thing with the performances of Indonesian music, which is what we do, you have to move all the instruments, and the instruments are big and heavy, and we use the whole group to kind of move instruments into a truck. Even though we're performing on campus, we have to drive them across campus, then unload them at a not very convenient spot into the concert hall, and then do the whole thing in reverse afterwards. So performances, even though we're doing a very short performance, this is a world music performance, so there's like 4 different groups. So we're only performing for maybe 25 minutes. It's very quick. But it is probably a 1 to 5 event with moving instruments. So I am happy to say there's still some of the aroma, not as strong as in the bag, but it's still there. Very light pine color. Oh, this is nice. I definitely get, again, I'm equating it more with hazelnut because I just am not as familiar with chestnut, but hazelnut has a bit of a richer and more bitter taste than this, I think. So I think that's the chestnut part, is that it's lighter and a little bit sweeter. I like that. I like that nutty flavor. I haven't had a lot of, other than hazelnut, nutty teas. They just came out with a new one called Always Nuts. David's Tea has one called, it's got nuts in the title, and it's very, very, very popular. And my thinking is that this is kind of Adagio's take on that. And I am eager to try that one because it's a decaf. So I tend to stick, other than the Adagios that I'm trying with the community, I tend to stick with flavored teas at night. That tends to be my go-to. In the morning, I have English breakfast, kind of a matcha, some basic green teas. Although this morning I am sipping on spiced mate because I needed the caffeine, because I got up at 5:30 this morning for some unknown reason and I need to move instruments all afternoon. So I'm going to have my spiced mate on and off all day, and I've had a couple of these community teas this morning, but I am really looking for these flavored ones in the evening. So I'm on the lookout for some more Adagio decafs, and the Always Nuts is definitely on my radar. I actually have a package of it here that I haven't tried yet, so I'm gonna break that out pretty soon. But my kitchen is currently very filled with tea, so I'm going to wait a little bit before I add some more to it. I want to drink through some of what I have down there. So yeah, this is lovely. I wonder if I pour some more steeped tea in there. So yeah, definitely darkens it up. It always worries me when it's a very, very light color. So now I'm getting much more of the black tea. So I think, again, with these flavored ones, to avoid losing the flavoring, you really do have to steep them about 3 minutes anymore. I mean, I still really like it. I actually like it better like this because I like the black tea taste. Delish. I'm a fan of chestnut. All right, I'll be back with you soon. Hello again. So for some reason, I just talked for a very long time and it didn't record. Don't know why. I must have like accidentally hit the mouse pad. So the one I'm drinking right now is Angelic Lullaby. It has green rooibos tea, rose hips, hibiscus, apple pieces, strawberry flavor, strawberries, orange, marigold flavor, spearmint, peachy flavor, raspberry leaves, orange flavor, freeze-dried pineapple. So this smells synthetic in the bag. Synthetic strawberry. It smells more like natural strawberry and peach in the cup. It's like I would say like an almond color. It's very light. Brewed 3 minutes, my first sip. It tasted very synthetic strawberry. After 5 minutes, it's got a much better flavor. It's got a little bit of peach, a little bit of strawberry, and then in the back of the throat, it's got a little bit of spearmint. I don't really taste the pineapple, which I'm kind of happy about. Pineapple's not my favorite taste in tea. And I do like the green rooibos better than the red rooibos. I think the red rooibos can be kind of cloying to me, the sweetness. So again, I think this is like maybe a 4 out of 5. It's nice. I wouldn't buy it because it's just nothing. None of the flavors are kind of punching me, and I don't like the synthetic smell or taste if you don't steep it enough. So it's all right. I would probably prefer something that's got one fruity flavor that really stands out without that kind of synthetic. So this will be a nice one to sip tonight, but it's not going to be one of my top drinks. But it's fun to try these ones with a bunch of different blends because it helps me kind of figure out what I like and what I don't like. And I find that I'm not a big fan of mint mixed with other stuff so far. We'll see. I could change that, especially when we get towards Christmas time and we start having peppermint flavored chocolate and things like that. I might love that. But with the fruit and spearmint, nah, it's kind of weird. So And actually, I'm surprised it's not weirder than it is. It's very drinkable, even with all those flavors mixed in. So it must be blended pretty well. But I will be back probably in a couple of days in the morning to drink my last decaf of the month. Sorry, last high caffeinated tea of the month. And I hope you are having a good week and getting ready for December. Hello. I am excited because this is the last tea of November. It's a little scary because I have a lot to get done before November, but I am about a week and a half ahead because I knew we were going away. Oh, interesting smell. We were going away for Thanksgiving, so filming is not going to be an option, I don't think. This only needs 3 minutes to steep, so I'm not going to use the whole thing. So this is a very, very interesting smell because it's kind of spearminty. Let's see, I'm going to pay attention so I really only brew it 3 minutes. We'll see how that goes. This has black tea, natural almond flavor, which I could smell, rose petals, peppermint, and rose flavor. I'm not usually a big rose fan. Sorry, the garbage truck just pulled out outside. Don't know if you can hear that. I don't usually love rose in my tea, but I couldn't actually smell the rose at all. I only smelled the almond and the peppermint, which is a very weird smelling combination. So I'm hoping it's delicious. It is called Audrey Rose. It's another fandom blend, I believe, or it's at least it's a blend. They have a very cool thing where anybody can create a blend. I think as long as you're like a member, or as long as you have an account with them, you can create your own signature blend. So that is something I may do at some point. I'm kind of playing around with mixing some of the teas I'm not super crazy about. So at some point I have to figure out if I'm going to start mixing the teas that I do like. I'll probably give myself another 2-3 months of doing these tastings and kind of refining my palate a little bit before I try my own blend. But it's very cool. So I don't really know what Audrey Rose refers to. I don't think it's a fandom thing, actually. I think it's just, I don't know. I don't know what Audrey Rose is. So actually I could pull it up and find out. So let's see. Let's see what it says about Audrey Rose. So Audrey Rose, it has a picture of a flower on the cover, on the like little, yeah, all it says is summer rose, almond, and peppermint. So my guess is this doesn't have anything to do with any kind of fan thing. It's just a blend that someone made, and hopefully is delicious. I'm getting ready to pour it here in a minute. So it's been about 3 minutes. I'm trying to get ahead because I would like to start filming for December, because I would like to put out a video a day for the first 24 days. And then I'll probably put out an ASMR, like a role play kind of thing for Christmas or for Yule. I'm not sure. Right now I have it scheduled for Yule on the 21st, but I'm thinking, I don't know if I should move it to the 25th, or if nobody's going to watch videos on the 25th because it's Christmas. So maybe I should keep it on Yule. I don't know. So this is a light pine color. It's very lightly flavored. So I do think it needs to steep a little bit longer. It smells like almonds. I can't really smell the peppermint anymore. little bit of peppermint in the back of the throat. I'm finding I really only get the peppermint kind of as a tingling in the back of the throat. I got the same with spearmint yesterday, I think. A little bit of almond, but that's about it. Let me add a little bit more tea after it's steeped another minute. Yeah, so this is one where I don't feel like I'm going to lose the flavor if I steep it more. I feel like I may get more flavor. Yeah, there's a little bit more of the black tea there, which I want. And a little bit of the almond still there, and the peppermint in the back. I'm not getting any rose, which I'm happy about. So the peppermint is kind of nice. The almond, I don't know if it goes with the peppermint very well. I'm not feeling this one, unfortunately. I don't mind it, but I'd rather just have a cup of black tea if I'm going to have black tea. I think I'm a bit more forgiving of the herbals sometimes because I know they're harder to get kind of robust. Because you don't have that black tea base. But, I mean, unless it's like a mate, which does have a more robust, but then I get the caffeine, which I don't want. So, yeah, it's okay. Almond and spearmint are not my favorite combination, I have realized right this moment. So now it's steeped up a lot darker. So now it's more of a caramel. So now I've really lost the almond and I just am getting a spearmint black tea, which I actually like better. The almond was kind of a weird mix with the spearmint, so or the peppermint, I think. I like it. I like it better now. Now that I've steeped it more, I like it better. So I'll have to remember that because I do still have half a bag left for one more cup on the 30th. It needs to be steeped longer than 3 minutes, and I'm okay with losing the almond flavor as a result. I've been curious about if I was going to like peppermint black teas because we're coming up on Christmas, so there's going to be a lot of peppermint black teas. I'm thinking of adding some sweetener to this because then I might like it more because then it might taste a little bit more like a candy. So yeah, I would steep this one 5 minutes minimum. And then you get the black tea, which kind of cuts out almond flavor, which I'm not a fan. And the peppermint is stronger. But I hope you guys have had a wonderful November. I hope that you are staying cozy and warm at home with a cup of tea. I hope you are enjoying relaxing with me a bit more often. And don't worry, we do have role plays still coming, but those are a lot more time consuming. And you may have heard in the 5 minutes I've been videoing this morning, we've had the trash truck come by and my husband has decided to vacuum something. So that is my life. And unless everyone is out of my house, that is what happens. And so filming role plays is very, very difficult because I work during the day. I don't stay up late because I'm up at like 5:30 in the morning. I can't film at 5:30 in the morning because everybody is home and will wake up if I am coming upstairs and making noise. My husband is home, works from home a lot, and my son gets home from school at about 3:30. So it means that there are very few filming windows, unfortunately, for roleplay. Now, 5 minutes here and there, I can usually catch without as much noise as I've had today. And usually I can say, everybody, just give me 5 minutes. And that can happen. So I can do these more often. So I hope you're enjoying that I'm getting to film and put out films more often. But the role plays are still a challenge. even though I love doing them, they're not going away. It's just finding the window when I can do them is much more difficult. So they will still be there. I still have a year's worth of Patreon role plays. So I put out a video on Patreon, a role play, every month. And about a year later, I release them here to the public on YouTube. So if you're jonesing and you need something quick, go on Patreon. Most of them are free. Not all of them are free. But for $1 a month, you get access, I believe, to all of them forever and ever that I've ever put out there. And I've been on Patreon for like 7-8 years, if not longer. So I hope everybody is enjoying November, and I'll be back with you tomorrow in December.